Hello friends, today we discuss supply chain management. In very simple words, management of supply chain is called supply chain management. Two terms are relevant here, supply chain and management. We are very familiar with the term management. It is the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, budgeting, controlling, etc. of various functions of the organization. In the same way, supply chain management is the management of supply chain functions of the organization. In other words, supply chain management is the planning, organizing, budgeting, directing, coordinating, controlling, etc. of supply chain functions of the organization. What is this supply chain? What are the supply chain functions of the organization? We can see. Do you have any idea about supply in business organizations? We know that the business has two sides. On one side, it makes production or manufacturing of products. And on the other side, it manages distribution of the products. Thus, production and distribution are the two basic functions of business. Is there any supply in business in connection with this production and distribution? Or can you say the role of supply in business organizations? Of course, we can say we know two types of supplies in business. The first supply is the supply of raw materials. And the next supply is the supply of finished products. Two supplies are here, supply of raw material and supply of finished goods. As far as business organizations are concerned, the first supply, the supply of raw materials, can be taken as inward supply because the inputs for production, that is the raw materials and other production inputs, are bringing into the business. The next supply is outward supply. It is the distribution of finished products because the finished products are moving outward towards consumers. Both this inward supply and outward supply are parts of supply in business organizations. Management of these supplies can be called as supply management. Okay? However, our topic is not supply management but supply chain management. What is a chain? The term chain is used here when a series of things are linked together. When many links are joined together, it is called chain. In business studies, the term chain is used to denote when multiple activities or organizations are linked together. For example, chain stores, chain banking, etc. Similarly, the term supply chain is used to denote several units, organizations or activities linked to each other to make supplies. That means supply chain involves not only the supply of raw materials and finished goods, but all the related functions, activities, people and organizations involved in the supply process. Take the case of supply of raw materials. What are the functions and activities related to supply of raw materials? Who are the people and organizations involved in this supply? Of course, the supplier should be there. Raw materials should be there. The producer of goods should give purchase orders to purchase the raw materials. He should examine the price and quality of raw materials before issuing such purchase orders. He should arrange finance for the purchase. He should arrange suitable transportation facilities, sufficient storage for the materials, insurance for the materials, etc. Thus, there are several activities in connection with inward supply. Many people and organizations are also involved in the process. Who all are the people involved in the inward supply process? The supplier is the first person. He is there with good quality raw materials. Transportation people are there to move the raw materials from the supplier to the manufacturer. Warehouses are there. They are to arrange sufficient storage for materials. Insurance companies are there to meet any unforeseen losses. Financiers or banks are there to arrange finance for the purchase. These groups of people and organizations are involved in the inward supply process. They are the parts of this supply. They are the links of this supply chain. Their activities can be considered as a series of activities related to inward supply, and these groups and organizations are the links in the supply of raw materials. We can consider this is a chain process. This is inward supply chain. Inward supply chain is related to all activities, people and organizations associated with the supply of raw materials. Thus, inward supply chain involves suppliers of raw materials, transportation services, warehouses, insurance, banking, etc., etc. Like raw material supply, supply of finished products also requires some activities and organizations forming another chain. We know, in order to supply products, we should arrange proper distribution channel, proper storage facilities for the products, insurance, etc. Here we can see distributors, agents, wholesalers, retailers, etc. Sufficient transportation facilities are also needed in the supply process. All these forms another chain in the supply of finished products. This chain is outward supply chain. Thus, two supply chains are generally seen in the case of business organizations. First supply chain is the supply chain related to supply of raw materials. We call it as inward supply chain. And the next supply chain is related to supply of finished products. We call this outward supply chain. The business organization or the producer company is in the middle of these two chains. On one side, it manages the inward supply chain, and on the other side, it manages the outward supply chain. When we talk about supply chain or supply chain management, in fact, we mean both inward supply chain and outward supply chain. Thus, supply chain management is the management of both inward supply chain and outward supply chain. Thus, supply chain management is the management of supply of raw materials and finished products, and includes all intervening people and activities such as transportation, insurance, warehousing, production, storage, distribution process, distribution channels, sales team, etc., etc. In other words, supply chain management is managing the entire production flow of goods or services until they satisfy the final consumers. Supply chain management aims at a smooth flow of raw materials and finished products. It also aims at improving the quality and efficiency of these supplies. Thus, it is the management of all production and distribution related activities and people with a view to maximize customer satisfaction and business profitability. Supply chain management is the management to maximize quality, delivery, and customer experience. From this discussion, what do you get? We realize that supply chain management is a comprehensive term, including inward and outward supplies, all related activities, including all efforts to improve the quality and efficiency of these supplies. It is believed that the term supply chain management was firstly used by Keith Oliver in 1982. Keith Oliver was a British logistician and consultant. He used the term during an interview for the Financial Times. Financial Times was a British daily newspaper focusing on economic and business affairs. During the interview, Oliver defined the term like this: supply chain management is the process of planning, implementing, and controlling the operations of the supply chain with the purpose to satisfy customer requirements as efficiently as possible. Oliver added, this supply chain management spans all movement and storage of raw materials, work in process, inventory, and finished goods from point of origin to point of consumption. This was the first idea about the supply chain management given by Keith Oliver, and it's a comprehensive idea also. This definition clearly explains the term and its functions and activities. As per this, supply chain management needs to plan, implement, and control all operations of supply chain activities. From this, it is very clear that supply chain management deals with all matters from selecting and purchasing raw materials to satisfying the customers with good quality finished products. After Keith Oliver, the term was used by many authors in their articles and papers, reports. However, the term got momentum during 1990s. During 90s, the term was used by many business houses and appeared in many articles and books. Now, supply chain management is used in business like any other business term. In 1998, Robert B. Hanfield and Ernest L. Nichols published a book titled Introduction to Supply Chain Management. According to them, supply chain management is the integration of supply chain activities through improved supply chain relationships to achieve a competitive advantage. According to the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals, CSCMP, supply chain management encompasses the planning and management of all activities involved in sourcing, procurement, conversion, and logistics management. Now, just like any other subjects, supply chain management also has grown and developed a lot at present. Modern supply chain management systems are about much more than the earlier concepts. Now, the supply chain management looks after the product and service quality, delivery, cost, customer experience, and ultimately profitability. Due to advancements in production and communication technology, the modern supply chain management systems handle 60 or 70 times more data than it handled a decade ago. With the introduction of globalization and due to the developments happened in the field of goods, transportation and storage facilities and technology, supply chain management now processing higher and higher amounts of data on every day. Thus, supply chain is not a simple thing. It covers large number of activities and participants. The purpose of supply chain management is to improve trust and collaboration among these supply chain participants. Hope that the term participant is known to you. The term participant is an important term used in supply chain management. Participant means the organizations or the business houses or the people who become part of supply chain or the various links in the supply chain. Supplier is the important participant in the supply chain. Then transporters, they bring raw materials and they have an important role in supply chain. Then warehouses, they are another participant. Then manufacturers or producers are the center point of supply chain. They are the main participants. Then after production, again warehouses and transporters are there. There are distributors and wholesalers. Retailers are another participant. Finally, the customers. Thus, suppliers, warehouses, transporters, producers, distributors, wholesalers, retailers, and consumers are the participants in supply chain. Each one is an important link in the chain, and each one is playing important role in the process of meeting customer requirements. There are some other links also. Which are such links, or who are the other participants? We have heard about market research. Market researchers conduct market surveys and find out the suitable products for the customers. Or market researchers are the people who are involved in the studies related to identifying customer needs and requirements. Therefore, they are the real people behind the product development and customer satisfaction. Product development is done based on such study reports. So, market researchers are part of supply chain. Like this, there are some people involved in designing and developing products according to market studies. Such researchers are the engineers, architects, designers, and developers of the product. When we think about a supply chain, such experts and professionals are also part of supply chain. Then another link is the information service providers. We know that without proper communication and information services, we cannot coordinate such links and participants with each other. People involved in the communication process or information processing are part of supply chain. Management information system is an important link or participant in the supply chain process. Finance providers are the next link. Banks and other financial institutions involved in the process are also part of supply chain. Now, I hope that you understand the wide scope of supply chain management. Production and distribution are the core areas of any business. Almost all the people related to this process are parts of supply chain. Management of all these links, all these participants, with a view to provide maximum satisfaction to the customers and maximum profit to the business, can be called supply chain management. When we look from another angle, supply chain is the chain or sequence of suppliers, transporters, warehouses, distributors, wholesalers, retailers, and finally consumers. However, different companies may have different supply chains due to the nature of their operations and products. Like this, manufacturing companies and service providers may have different types of supply chains. Okay. Now we can see the essential features of an effective supply chain management system. Supply chain is a long chain which links together suppliers, transporters, warehouses, production units, distribution channels, and consumers. This is the first feature of supply chain management system. Nextly, it involves supplier management, inventory management, time management, transportation management or logistics management, order processing, warehouse management, information processing, distribution process, customer satisfaction, etc., etc. A number of different management disciplines are involved under this supply chain management. Next feature, supply chain management is a computerized information and management system integrating various participants in the chain. Without a proper computerized information management system, we cannot operate supply chain management system. Another feature, supply chain management has the duty to ensure smooth supply of materials and thus to improve quality of products and also to reduce cost of production. Thus, it ensures timely distribution of finished goods to ensure maximum happiness to customers. Supply chain management requires systematic computerized business management processes and procedures. Therefore, well-informed management information system should be there. Well-developed material planning should be there. Effective logistics management should be there. Effective order processing should be there. Thus, supply chain management is the total of many other specific and small systems take part in the process of production and distribution of products. Well-developed computer software and networks are required to manage all these participants effectively and on time. Without computer system, management of supply chain is almost impossible. When we make a close look at the supply chain process, we can see three important flows in supply chain. What all are flowing in between various participants in a supply chain? These flows are identified as physical flows, information flows and financial flows. Three flows are there: physical flow, information flow and financial flow. The first flow is physical flow. What are the physical items flow among the participants, in between participants? We know that raw materials flow from the suppliers to the manufacturers. Similarly, finished products flow from manufacturers to ultimate customers. These flows are called physical flows. Here, physical items, raw materials and finished goods are flowing between participants. Just like this, another important flow is the flow of information. Without information and communication, various participants cannot be active. Regular flow of information is necessary to run the business. Communication is necessary between suppliers and manufacturers, suppliers and transporters, transporters and warehouses, manufacturers and consumers, distributors, wholesalers, etc. etc. When there is no communication and information flow, supply chain participants will be in confusion, they will be inactive and they cannot perform their role effectively. Thus, communication and information flow is very important in supply chain. Another flow is financial flow. We know supply chain is the chain of business organizations and people. Everyone is participating in the process with an intention to make a profit. Finance is an important factor. Without finance, there will be no production and distribution. Without finance, there will be no supply and consumption. Finance is needed for transportation and warehousing. Finance is needed to purchase raw materials. Finance is an important factor between distribution channel. Thus, financial flow is an important flow in supply chain management. Thus, supply chain management is actually managing three important flows in the business. Physical items are managed. Information is managed. Finance flow is managed. Okay. Now, the objectives of supply chain management. Just like any other management, supply chain management also aims at improving quality and profitability of business, customer satisfaction, increasing competitive strength, creating better image, etc. etc. Through supply chain management, the organization also aims at cost reduction, waste minimization, effective control of production flow, effective distribution system, effective communication flow, etc. Now we can see the objectives of supply chain management. Supply chain management aims at cost reduction. Business organizations incur higher costs in connection with the purchase of raw materials, transportation, storage, etc. Supply chain management concentrates on these areas and ensure maximum efficiency in transportation and storage of materials. It gives a special care in selecting higher quality materials and reliable suppliers. Thus, through effective selection of suppliers and materials and through special care in transportation and storage, supply chain management helps the organization in reducing cost to the minimum. Next objective is to ensure value for customers. Now, the business world is highly competitive and therefore only the best can survive. Customers have wider options to switch to other producers and suppliers. Without efficient supply chain management system, it is impossible to ensure value for money to the consumers. Supply chain management concentrates on quality of products and its supply. It ensures maximum quality and timely availability of products at a minimum price. Thus, it creates value to customers. Better quality is another objective of supply chain management. As already discussed, supply chain management is very particular in selecting quality materials as well as suppliers. It also ensures better storage and transportation. Quality control mechanisms are also part of supply chain management. All these can ensure quality output at a reasonable price. Supply chain management collect customer feedbacks and ensure quick service also. All these efforts improve quality of products and services to the customers. Improved logistics is another objective of supply chain management. Logistics means transportation and other related activities. Supply chain management will be effective only if there is effective logistics management. Logistics management is an important factor under supply chain management. Therefore, supply chain management gives a special attention in ensuring effective logistics systems for the organization. Better logistics can ensure quality and timely availability of materials. Logistics also helps in reducing waste. Thus, it helps in reducing cost to the minimum. Improved logistics is the result of these processes. Quality distribution is another objective of supply chain management. As we have already seen, supply chain management has two aspects, inward supply chain and outward supply chain. Inward supply chain ensures quality raw materials, while outward logistics and supply chain ensures distribution quality. How this quality is ensured? Quality is ensured by supplying right quality in right quantity at the right time, at the right price, at the right place. Supply chain management ensures right quality, right quantity, right price, right time, at the right place. Thus, supply chain management aims at quality distribution. Effective coordination is another objective of supply chain management. As we know, supply chain management is highly efficient computer-based management system with the latest technology in communication and management. It has efficient and effective management information system to coordinate each element of supply, production and distribution activities. This is why it is said that supply chain management can ensure effective coordination of various functions and activities of the organization. Supply chain management insists a specific order to carry out everything and prepares schedules for each and every aspect of activity. Another objective of supply chain management is optimization of delivery system. Customer satisfaction depends mainly on timely delivery of quality products at a reasonable price. Customers also expect the best service from the suppliers. Fortunately, supply chain management is very keen and specific on these aspects, and because of this, it can ensure optimum delivery system. Now, the functions of supply chain management. Can you guess the functions associated with the supply chain management? Briefly, we can say supply chain management includes managing the movement of raw materials, certain aspects of the internal processing of raw materials, and movement of finished goods towards the end consumers. In other words, it is the management of procurement of raw materials, transportation and storage of raw materials, and finished products, ensuring quality of materials and products, ensuring satisfaction of the ultimate consumers, etc. Moreover, through supply chain management, the organization aims at maintaining and improving relations with all participants or all links in the chain. Supplier relationship management, customer relationship management, logistics management, materials management, etc. are the functions of supply chain management. Now, the importance of supply chain management. Do you think that the supply chain management is necessary for business organizations? Of course, it is very essential now. It ensures maximum customer satisfaction by providing the most suitable products according to their demand and requirements. Supply chain ensures good relations with all the participants in the chain. It ensures maximum quality products to the customers. Supply chain management minimizes unnecessary time lag in raw material supply as well as in the product distribution. Thus, efficient and effective supply chain management can ensure timely supply of high quality products at a reasonable price. Wastage can be kept at a minimum level with the help of supply chain management. It is another importance. It ensures a fast movement of goods and services at a minimum cost and effort. Everything is proper under supply chain management. The market research, product development, procurement of raw material, storage of material, insurance, transportation, distribution, everything. In modern management, you might have heard about a lot of strategies and techniques to improve managerial and organizational efficiency, total quality management, TQM, JIT, just-in-time management, business process re-engineering, team building, teamwork, customer delight, etc. All these are either the byproducts or the results of supply chain management. Effective supply chains or networks are necessary to compete in the global market. In this 21st century, several changes have been occurred in the business environment, and this have contributed to the development of supply chain networks. Now it is the time of globalization, and international business transactions are very common. Multinational companies, joint ventures, strategic alliances, business partnerships, etc. are general forms of new business houses. And these have necessitated the need of supply chain management. It's very difficult to manage the present supply chain links simply by a single manager or a group of managers. Professional and systematic management techniques are needed to handle different requirements of participants in supply chain. Proper management information systems are necessary. Efficient accounting software are essential. Effective coordination skills are needed. A lot of data are to be processed. A lot of information are to be communicated. Supply chain management can handle all these efficiently and effectively at higher speed and accuracy. Thus, supply chain management is the need of the day for all organizations. Now, the different views on supply chain management. So far, we could see what is meant by supply chain and how it helps the organizations in ensuring customer satisfaction. It's very clear that supply chain management is a process which involves purchase of raw material, transportation, storage, production, distribution, etc. etc. My question is this: which is the first step in the supply chain process? There are different arguments on this matter. Some argue that the supply chain activities start from customers. Some others argue that supply chain is initiated by the producers or manufacturers. Based on these different arguments, there are different views on supply chain process. Two important views are discussed here. They are cycle view and push-pull view. We can see one by one. The first one, cycle view. As per this, supply chain is starting when customers order some products from producers. All other processes follow these customer orders, and this is how the supply chain works. The entire process here forms a cycle and rotates in the form of a circle. This view is called cycle view of supply chain process. As per cycle view, supply chain has four processes. They are termed as customer order. It is the first process. Then replenishment. Then the third process, manufacturing. And the final, fourth process, procurement. Customer order, replenishment, manufacturing and procurement. Customer order is the demand from customers. Customers order for the required products. It may also come as an outcome of market research or customer response or feedback. That means customer order may be either the direct orders from the customers or the findings of market research or feedback mechanism. Whatever it may be, under this step, the manufacturers realize that the customers need some specific products. Then the manufacturers supplies or delivers those products to customers. This is the first stage in the supply chain management. Customers give orders and the suppliers provide those products to the customers. The second step is replenishment. Replenishment means renewal or refilling. Once the customer orders are satisfied, all the produced goods are distributed among customers, because in the first step the customers gave the orders and then the producers, manufacturers delivered such goods to them, and thus the storage place of finished products gets emptied. It should be refilled or it should be replenished. This is the replenishment stage. Third step is manufacturing. In order to replenish or refill goods with fresh items, the manufacturer should produce them. This is known as manufacturing. This is the third step, third stage. Under this stage, manufacturers produces required products as per customer demands. Fourth and last step is procurement. Under this step, the manufacturer purchases raw materials and other production inputs with a view to manufacture such a product. The manufacturer needs to find and bring all the necessary materials and other inputs to produce such things. This is how he searches for suppliers and places orders for raw materials. Thus, he procures required materials from the suppliers of raw materials. Okay, this is the fourth stage. Thus, as per cycle view, the supply chain process begins with the customer orders. Only when the manufacturer comes to know about the customer requirements, he begins to manufacture such products. Then he wants to purchase material. Then he reaches to suppliers and procure materials. The process repeats again and again whenever fresh customer demands arise. This view is called cycle view. Next view is push-pull view. Push-pull view supports different arguments. Push view believes that the supply chain process starts from manufacturers, and pull view says that the process starts from customers. We can look at these views. As per push view, the process begins from manufacturers or producers. Here, the manufacturers produce certain goods in anticipation that the customers are in need of such products. And what happens? After producing the goods, the manufacturers need to push these goods towards customers, seeking their attention and demand. These push strategies are the marketing strategies of manufacturers. Thus, under push view, the manufacturers need to develop certain marketing strategies to sell their products, because they produce goods at first in anticipation of demand and then push the products towards customers with suitable marketing strategies. Opposite is the situation under pull view. Pull view is like cycle view. Here, the products are produced as per customer orders. If the products are manufactured as per customer demands and needs, there is no need for such push strategies. In such a situation, the customers come to producers and demand such products. This is how the pull strategy works. The customers pull the products from manufacturers. In short, pull view explains supply chain management as reactive, and push view explains supply chain management as speculative, because as per pull view, the manufacturers produce goods in response to customer demands. This is why it is termed as reactive. But as per push view, the manufacturers make their production in anticipation of future customer demands, and therefore it is speculative. Okay, so far we could see the meaning and definition of supply chain management, its objectives, features, importance, and different views on supply chain management. Hope that you could understand the topics. Still a lot more to share with you, and that will be discussed in the next classes. Thank you.